Wilt and Kareem and Magic. It's Los Angeles, California, and Staples Center. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams.
And Ed, when you think about greatness, you think about this franchise has 16 titles. That's the second highest number in the NBA, but they're making the right moves to hopefully get to 17 soon.
Let's see if this Lakers franchise can recapture the glory. We're ready to go in this one. Ball. Inside, he scores.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
LeBron into the front court. Lead is 2. LeBron James. Good start. He's made his first shot. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Count it. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on you.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. Veteran move right there.
Still blows my mind that this young man is 16 years in the NBA, has not had one bad injury, but more importantly, it's about the respect of the game. That's what LeBron James brings to the table when you think about basketball. You respect the game, you get the benefits.
Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Harden to Paul. Hits the free throw. Anthony. Gets it in the right corner. Anthony. And he buries it. Knowing Carmelo Anthony, the competitor, you know he wants to do the same things as he was doing 5 years ago. Can he?
Well, the answer easy is no. Your mind is telling you yes, but your body is saying the exact opposite. The next step for Carmelo Anthony is to understand that he needs to keep it simple. If he's a catch-and-shoot player, help provide spacing and open up that lane for other players to attack.
To Anthony. LeBron James rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
James buries it on the catch and shoot. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
Jay, the Lakers, not just a great franchise, but they are a brand in the NBA. With LeBron James, what do you make of Laker fans accepting him maybe now or down the road as one of their own?
They better accept him now. I agree wholeheartedly with Jeannie Buss when she said they're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron James. He is a Laker, and this is one of the most... Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Entering the game for Los Angeles, number 9, Rajon Rondo.
Across the timeline comes James. Leads 5. Slams it down.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
A shot rejected by Capella.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
to block it. 24-second violation.
Oh, you've been in the gym, huh?
New blood coming in for both sides.
Subbing in for the Los Angeles Lakers, number 14,
What's that cutter? What's that cutter? What's the cut? What's the cut?
Knocks it down from mid-range.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
To Caldwell Pope. Curling inside. From the painted area, won't go down.
Who gonna do it? My ball here. My ball. Out from now, it's all me.
Oh, emphatic slam. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Lakers at the controls right now. Here comes the screen. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Deep three at the buzzer. We're through one from Staples Center with the Lakers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Yes, I do, but the first thing you have to expect is that this game is very similar to a relationship. There are a lot of ups and downs, but you have to be committed to the process. Both teams are committed, they'll find their flow.
Rondo into the front court. Leads 3. And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
Hart. James
Shut up.
off the mark. To Harden.
Double. Got him. Trap. Got him.
Add 2 points to the board. Sometimes it looks like he's not locked in, but think otherwise.
Let's be honest, sometimes he is not locked in when the ball isn't in his hands. But do you need James Harden to be locked in 100% of the time? No, you need him to be locked in 95% when he has the ball in his hands. That's when something spectacular is going to happen offensively for your team.
Jay, last year the Lakers 35-40. That was before the King headed out west. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only 2 teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
West is loaded, so if you don't get over 50, if you're the Lakers, are you still in the playoffs?
I think the Lakers will probably be a 6th seed. Yes, they will be in the playoffs this year.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I wonder who we're going to see tonight. Playoff Rondo or that other guy? Because when he's on top of his game, there is no one better in terms of IQ and also vision. Unless the offense isn't clicking, expect to see him breaking down the D and ensuring everyone gets fed.
Big finish at the rim.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that big is coming again later.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 3,
I got
Chris
the field.
Paul.
I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
Subbing in for the Los Angeles
Paul.
Lakers. Number 1, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Here's Rondo
I
with it.
got ball.
Up
I got
by
ball.
6.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you. Me and you.
Caldwell Pope to Kyle Kuzma. That's blocked by Nene.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
A shot no good there for Ingram. Harden with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Easy pass to the rim. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Houston takes over. Harden. To Paul. Shot for James Harden. James Harden. Ooh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, each won just 1 with the Lakers. Elgin Baylor didn't win any. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans because when you see the likes of Kobe or Michael Jordan, they won all their championships in the same city. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Chance for Chris Paul. Deep 2 there, won't go. Ball to Stevenson. Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Passed it off. Going to launch beyond the arc. He drills the 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Ball to the basket, but a shot won't go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Paul to Anthony. Lonzo Ball swats it. That's his first of the game.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
James Harden. James Harden. Now 4 for 9. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
2-point shot for James Harden. And scores.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Lakers ball.
Play some D. Play some D.
19-footer at the buzzer. So a tie one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. Intrigue to come in this second half. A 1-point game as we resume play here in the 3rd quarter.
I got ball. I got ball.
Ball. To P.J. Tucker. Brandon Ingram with the block. That's his first of the game.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
I got ball.
Los Angeles, they have it. Flushes it home.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by JaVale McGee. Who left in Houston? Luke Bamute to the Clippers, Trevor Ariza to Phoenix. So, Jay, how do the Rockets adapt without 2 key wing defenders this year?
Well, other guys need to step up. I think you need to see P.J. Tucker step up. Gerald Green, we all know how explosive he is offensively, but he needs to make that applicable to the defensive end. Michael Carter-Williams is another big acquisition. He's a bigger guard who can use his length to deter shots. And also another kid, Markel Brown, who played at Oklahoma State, extremely athletic, explosive on the perimeter. If these guys can do it by committee, that might be enough to eclipse the Golden State Warriors.
Paul. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
James Harden fires for 2, gets a look, can't hit. LeBron with it up top. His group now down 2. Tough make through traffic.
And this kid has a chance to be a Laker great. Went from averaging 9 points his rookie year to 16 in his sophomore campaign. Brandon Ingram is a name that you need to recognize.
Harden to Capella. He was hacked. They let it go. James into the front court. Our score all even in this 3rd quarter. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. JaVale McGee, deep right corner. Kyle Kuzma, that's off the side of the rim, no good.
Knock that down, yo. Knock that down.
Now Paul with the basketball. Tie game, 3rd quarter. Brandon Ingram able to recover with the block. That's his first of the game.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And he hits. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the Harden rule for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Paul into the front court. Leads 1. Fires the 3. It's LeBron with the rebound.
Got him. I got him. Here we go. Let's go. Let's play deep. Play deep. Play deep.
Inside, he scores.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Great feed. Stuffs it down with authority.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the trap.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Trying to cash in. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
It's Rockets ball. It's Paul for 2. Ooh, Chris Paul. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Paul. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws.
Oh, yeah, we're coming right back to you.
LeBron into the front court. His team up by 1.
Here we go.
And stuffs it home. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
And scores. Strong take.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
James. It's a big finish.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
And now Houston has the basketball. Paul. To P.J. Tucker. From the painted area, won't go down. That ends the third quarter. The Lakers have the lead. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
To P.J. Tucker. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, who saw that coming?
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Scores from the post.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Now it's Harden controlling the offense. Sizing up the defense. The drive right to the basket. Harden. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Has a chance. Jumper's good.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Paul to Capella.
Knock it down, knock it down.
Paul. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game.
And this is where I get a chance to see if coaches can change it up. Maybe let one of your players lead the timeout so your team can hear a different voice to keep everybody engaged. Maybe like the Warriors did with Andre Iguodala.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To the outside. To Kyle Kuzma. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just like Linsanity in New York. Kuzmania took L.A. by storm his rookie year. There's no doubt he has crazy talent, but it's his heart that endears him to the fans and his teammates. Even though he was drafted late in the first round, Kyle Kuzma is the one.
Lakers have it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
To Josh Hart. And he finishes at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end. Los Angeles has the basketball. Curling inside. Count the bucket for two.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Nene to Harden.
Pick it up. Trap.
To Anthony. Paul. Textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Kyle Kuzma.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Short jumper off the mark. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
I told you the screen was coming.
The screen sets him up for two.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes two of us.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one remaining. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Paul to Anthony.
Subbing in for LA, number 23.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. That's the first foul in the last
Paul
2 minutes.
out of bounds. Last touch by Brandon Ingram. Substitution being made in this one.
For the Houston Rockets, number 2, Brandon Knight.
James Harden trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
I'm on D.
Caldwell Pope to James.
Light him up.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's what the King does. James, the quick catch and shoot there for three.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Harden shoots. Lonzo controls the offense. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. Harden. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Can't do that.
A simple touch foul.
That's his first personal foul. The Rockets.
Caldwell Pope tosses. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Anthony can't get the bounce.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
The Lakers get the victory as they win this one handily. That does it.